But hello everyone. Happy nearly May. I'm excited to come to you today and share with you some ways that you can have a fantastic summer in Premiere. Now summertime can get a little bit tricky just because we got a lot of stuff competing for our time. If you've got kids that are home with you, it can really complicate what your normal habit of doing, and then you throw in all the vacationing and extra stuff you want to do as well. So some really simple tips to help you rock your summer in Premiere. Now, number one, you want to plan, plan, plan. The time is going to get away from you, and by the end of the summer, you're going to wake up. Actually, it typically happens at Rally when we're like, oh my goodness, my July and August are empty, and just does not feel very good to be at Rally with a July and August calendar that is empty. So I'm going to challenge you. You want to get to Rally with 10 shows on your calendar, and you're going to sit through Rally and feel so much better about your business and about having great places to bring all these fabulous new ideas to. As well as, while summer it might not be the hottest retail time in Premiere, we know that fall is. And where are you going to get all those fall shows? From your summer parties that you have. So ladies, rather than spending 3 hours on the phone to get 1 or 2 shows, why don't you go to a show, spend 3 hours at a show, you're getting paid for being there, plus getting the bookings that you're going to need for your fall. So the first thing that you want to really make sure that you're convinced so that you can convince your prospective hostesses for summertime is why summer is such a fantastic time to do a party. So for you, I'm going to challenge you to sit and brainstorm some ideas of why you think summer is the best time to do a party. I'll give you a few to start with. There's no kids to get to school the next day. So I have a lot of gals with younger kids that are like, I can't do weeknight parties. Well, that, because of the kids getting them to bed, well, that excuse is taken out of the way. They tend to have more free time on their hands, so they've got more free time to plan a party, fewer kids' activities to juggle. They're not doing a lot of piano lessons and whatnot. Take the break for the summertime. And not everyone's on vacation. Right there, bam. Oh, everyone's on vacation. No, they're not. And the ones who aren't want something fun to do as well, so they might as well come to her jewelry party and have a good time. So now that you're convinced that summer's a perfect time to have a jewelry party, how are we going to get those shows on the calendar and keep our momentum going through the summer? Number one, overbook. Book twice as many shows as you really want to hold. That way, when somebody calls to cancel, you can give the happy dance and reschedule her for the fall and not have that panic of, oh no, I was only going to do 2 shows in June and now I'm down to 0 and feeling that scrambly panic feeling. I'd rather have 4 shows on my calendar. Worst case, all 4 hold. Elizabeth Draper says, better stressed with money than stressed without money. And especially having that extra money going into Rally. I tend to find in the summertime weeknight shows work best. For the people that do work full-time, if they want to get out of town for the weekend. That said, when my hostesses ask me, well, what time is the best time, honestly, it's whatever time is best for her. And I let her know, if you start talking to your friends and everybody's gone, we're going to move it. We don't want to do a party when no one can come. So, but having her find that out sooner rather than later, most people tend to know our summer's for the most part booked. We know when we're going to be out of town, when we're going to be in town. And I know a lot of my friends have already scheduled all that stuff too. So, number 2, which is the most important piece of this entire thing, is making sure you have office hours. We can get away with it in the rest of the year, especially if those of us working from home, we've got 8 hours to get our 10 phone calls made. In the summertime, that time is really going to get away from you. And I love having office hours, then I'm not constantly guilty. When I'm with my kids, I can enjoy my kids. When I'm at the pool, I can enjoy the pool, the beach, wherever we're going, and I'm not feeling guilty about my business. And conversely, when I'm working my business, I'm not feeling guilty about not being with my kids. So decide what that's going to look like for you in the summer. This is kind of key number 1 to juggling it all to start with, but for those of you who haven't, let's do it in the summertime. So if you're a gal who wants to do a little bit every day, say, I need to make 5 contacts a day. So 5 hostesses, 5 customers, 5 prospective hostesses, 5 downline, 5 prospective downline. That you set for yourself every day, I'm going to talk to 5 people. Or, like me, I tend to find the hardest phone call to make is the first phone call. So I would rather do it all on one day. So it's My Business Monday, It's what I've been calling them. And Monday is the day that I focus on my personal business, and my customer calls, my hostess calls, my prospective customer and hostess calls, downline, prospective downline, anyway. My downline calls, I do it in other days in the week. But my business Mondays, and that's something I'm going to have all summer long as well, that boom, get the work out of the way. That's what we want to teach our kids as well, right? You do your work first, and then you can go out and goof off and have fun. And I love summer. I love being at the pool. I love playing, and I want to discipline myself, get my work done on Monday, and then I've got 6 days to goof off, and probably Monday will only take me half a day to get it all done anyway, right? Number 3, hostess coaching. Girls, let me tell you, if you're distracted in the summer, your hostesses are distracted as well. So being really conscious about making sure you're making extra efforts with your hostess. If you're someone who tends to really back off on her hostesses, now is not the time to do that. And you will find the better relationship you have with your hostess, that's going to apply year-round. So really work in the summer to do that. One of my favorite new ways to do that is to become a Facebook friend with her. And then I get to see more about her life, and she gets to have more access into my life, and I'm not just some sales lady trying to sell her stuff. She gets to see that I'm a real person as well. So definitely start there. And I do not have a separate Premier Jewelry, Jill's Jewelry Facebook for my hostesses customers. They're right in with my personal stuff, because this relationship is keeping it personal, right? Thank you, Joan. I can use Facebook to keep it personal. It's a great way to keep it personal. Reminder calls. Oh my goodness, having your hostess, reminder. I flat out tell my hostesses, don't bother vacuuming. Take that time. If you can only vacuum or do reminder calls, do the reminder calls. Because if you don't do the reminder calls, everybody's going to forget. This day and age, we all lead such busy lives, and your friends will be so sad if they miss. They're going to hear from the couple other gals that did make it how much fun it was. They need to hear. That's my go get the kids from school alarm. They need to hear how excited you are about the show, and I let them know that they need. You say hi to everybody, Ellie? He said, no. Okay. They need to hear from you. They need to hear the excitement in your voice. And that's what I tell my hostesses, is your friends need to hear the excitement in your voice. There is no excitement in a text message. There's no excitement in a Facebook message or whatnot. So, Eliana, in 5 minutes, we're going to go get the kids. Mommy has to finish this, okay? Okay. Nope, I can't. You can turn it off or go play. All right. Yay! We're juggling it all, right, girls? Remind her, if at all possible, to try to keep the house cool. For those of you in hotter areas of the country, hot and sticky is not very conducive to trying on jewelry. And for every 10 people in your house, that temperature is going to go up 10 degrees. So just preparing her for that, especially if she's not someone who normally hosts parties kind of thing. And from the get-go, discourage the combo pool jewelry party from the start. That is